Good evening. This is a meeting of the Township Committee, June 17, 2019. The notice requirements provided for in the Open Public Meetings Act have been satisfied. Notice of this meeting was properly given by transmission to the Star Ledger, the Independent, and the Two River Times, and by posting at the Middletown Township Municipal Building, and filing with the Township Clerk on January 10, 2019. Committeeman Tyler. Here. Committeeman Sedembrino. Here. Committeewoman Snell. Here. Deputy Mayor Fiore.
Here.
Mayor Perry.
Here.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I'd like to ask for a moment of silence to honor the troops serving worldwide defending our constitutions, freedoms, and way of life. Thank you. Our first item on tonight's agenda is certificates of appreciation and proclamations. At this time, I'd like to invite freeholder Sue Kiley to please come forward. We have a presentation recognizing Chelsea Maguire from freeholder Sue Kiley and the Middletown Township Committee.
So good evening, everybody. Obviously, I just want to welcome you all, and I want to welcome freeholder Sue Kiley. Obviously, it's not every day that we have a freeholder come out to Middletown. Usually it's the other way around. But obviously, we want to welcome you, freeholder, and thank you. And I'll kick it over to you to kick off this program. It's well-deserved honor.
Great, thank you. First of all, we have to thank the Township Committee here, because we are honoring someone who works all day on Thursdays, and Thursdays is when the freeholders meet in Freehold. So the only way that we could do this was to ask her hometown if they would let us come to their meeting and do this presentation. So this is on behalf of all of the Monmouth County freeholders. And I would like to ask Chelsea Maguire and Ali Rash to come forward. Chelsea's a little nervous. Chelsea is 26 years old, and she goes to the Advantage Career Institute Medical and Dental School, and her president of the school is here to honor her, Frank Preston, and her vice president, Karen Bray, in the audience. Thank you for being here. You know, you never know when you're going to be called upon to become a hero. And then you ask yourself, what would you do and how would you react if you had to become a hero? And Chelsea got called upon to become a hero on April 24th in Salad Works, of all places, with Ali. She is Ali's special aide. And Ali started to choke on some food. And Chelsea had the presence of mind to do the heimlich maneuver, not once, not twice, but 3 times, dislodge the obstruction from Ali, and save her life. And basically, we can't thank you enough, because now I can't even imagine losing Ali, but there are lots and lots of people that couldn't imagine that either. So Chelsea, we are so proud of you and so grateful for your presence of mind, and I want to read you this proclamation. This certificate is presented to Chelsea Maguire in recognition and appreciation of her quick actions and presence of mind when she performed the heimlich maneuver to successfully dislodge an obstruction from the throat of Ali Rash, who was experiencing extreme difficulty breathing. Chelsea is currently employed as a support aide for Ali. After the item was dislodged, Chelsea, who is a medical assistant in the medical assistant program, had the presence of mind to have someone call 911 while she calmed her charge, who was distraught and hyperventilating. The Monmouth County Board of Chosen Freeholders commends Chelsea Maguire for her competence and proficiency in the face of potential tragedy. So we wanted to do something special for you. And since you became a hero on April 24th, 2019, we named that day in all of the county the Chelsea Maguire Day. Now, I think we have another one, don't we?
Two more.
Yeah, two more.
So before you go, it's not as nice and fancy looking as that one framed, I will say. But on behalf of the Township Committee, we want to thank you for obviously all you did for Ally, her entire family. They mean quite a bit to me, to this community, and obviously to many people out there, as I know by all the great birthday parties and support groups that Ally had. And there's no question it's not truly defines what leadership is, what heroism is, and that's jumping in when it's needed most. So on behalf of the Township Committee, the Middletown Township Committee congratulates Chelsea Maguire for her swift and selfless actions in a crisis situation. We're incredibly fortunate to have someone like you as a resident of our community sign this the 17th day of June 2019. And I also have from a joint resolution from Senator O'Scanlan and Assemblyman DeMasso, signed by the Senate President and Speaker of the General Assembly, and I'll quickly just read it. It is altogether proper and fitting for the members of this legislative body to pause in their deliberations to praise Chelsea Maguire and to commend her as an individual of strong character who demonstrated quick action and remarkable presence of mind during a challenging and difficult situation. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Senate and the General Assembly of the State of New Jersey that this legislative body hereby salutes Chelsea Maguire. Congratulations. Thank you for your order.
At this time, we have a presentation recognizing Championship Middletown High School North Girls Varsity Softball Team. I'd like to invite the head coach, Chris Hoffman, and assistant coaches to please come forward.
Come on up, team. I can just hold that up over there. I might hold that. Well, I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you, there is no better day when we get to celebrate heroism and championship softball. Let me tell you. I'm sitting on Twitter with all the days of your games. She went down to Rowan for one game. Was that where the championship came, or was that a game? Came. So I'm sitting on Twitter, I'm watching. I need this on ESPN right now. I can't sit here and not have this on ESPN. But I just got to tell you, as a baseball player and now as I pretend to play softball, because we can't play as well as we think or as well as we used to, I got to congratulate you. It's so wonderful for you to be here. The entire Township Committee is so proud of the team effort that was so evident during your entire season, and Twitter needs to load a little bit faster, because let me tell you, it wasn't going fast enough. But every time I saw that belt and that Canadian goose coming out, whatever it is, I always knew it was going to be a great day. So, coaches, players, on behalf of Middletown, on behalf of all 68,000 residents, congratulations. This isn't just a win for you guys, it's a win for this great town, and it demonstrates the leadership we have, the coaching, the entire educational system and athletic departments that serve you guys and your unbelievable abilities. So congratulations. I have a lot of certificates here for you, so I won't go through all of them because I know that it's not a cool thing to sit at a township committee meeting. But congratulations. It's really an honor to have you guys, and thanks for representing Middletown so well and with absolute that championship spirit. So congratulations. What's his name? Okay. Keep smiling.
I took some before somebody goes to us.
Ladies, congratulations.
Our next presentation on tonight's agenda, we are recognizing Middletown High School North DECA student achievers. At this time, I'd like to please invite you to come forward.
High School North is representing today. So as a former DECA student myself, who got to go to Atlanta and had, back in 2008, and had the time of my life. They still trade pins and everything at Atlanta? That's good. One of the greatest experiences of my life was participating in what truly is a team building exercise, a team building class. And you quickly learn what it takes to be in business that you might not normally get in everyday classes. But you guys demonstrated that. You were able to not only make your town proud, but you were able to make your region and your state proud. Where were regional South this year? Cade University. So, listen, DECA is an unbelievable program. It deserves more attention for what it brings to students, and I hope if you're graduating, you'll continue to do that in college. I know that there's a DECA chapter there, but it really is, the DECA program teaches kids marketing and business, and it shows them what it takes to survive in these fields and to thrive in them and to be successful. And it teaches you how to network, how to meet people, how to get to know them, people that are from other states, other countries. I remember Guam and the Philippines and so many, in Mexico, so many other countries that participated in this, and then you get to meet them. And I've maintained some of those relationships that I made when I was in Atlanta. So on behalf of the Township Committee, we want to congratulate you for all that you did. We have certificates here for you as well. Thanks for making North proud, and thanks for making Middletown proud. Congratulations. Switch later. That's the remind me. I'll tell you what, South Carolina. We're just going to take a 2-minute break real quick for folks that Sounds good. Yeah, I think they're all
I just did want to note one final proclamation recognizing Relay for Life in Middletown. Next on tonight's agenda, we have the approval of minutes, April 1st, 2019 workshop meeting, and April 15th, 2019 regular meeting.
Motion to approve. Second.
Committeeman Hybo.
Yes.
Committeeman Sedembrino.
Yes.
Committeeman Snell. Deputy Mayor Fiore.
Yes.
Mayor Perry.
Yes.
Motion carries to approve minutes. At this time, we have a public hearing on proposed ordinance 2019-3256, ordinance amending chapter 41 of the Code of the Township of Middletown Fire Department regulations for elections.
Any member of the public wishes to speak on ordinance 2019-3256? Seeing no member of the public stepping forward, move to close public portion and approve.
Second.
Committeeman Hybo.
Yes.
Committeeman Sedembrino.
Yes.
Committeeman Snell. Deputy Mayor Fiore.
Yes.
Mayor Perry.
Yes.
Motion carries to pass this ordinance on second and final reading. At this time, we have a consent agenda, which would include resolutions 19-174 through 19-178, including bingo and raffle applications.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Committeeman Hybo.
Yes.
Committeeman Sedembrino.
Yes.
Committeeman Snell. Deputy Mayor Fiore.
Yes.
Mayor Perry.
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt the consent agenda. At this time, we have the Township Committee acting as the ABC issuing authority. I'd like to ask the Township Committee if they'd like to adopt the consent agenda, which would include resolutions 19-179 through 19-183.
Motion to approve resolutions 2019-179 through 183.
Committeeman Hybo.
Yes.
Committeeman Sedembrino.
Yes.
Committeeman Snell. Deputy Mayor Fiore.
Yes.
Mayor Perry.
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt the consent agenda. At this time, we have Township Committee comments.
Committeeman Hyman.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a few things. Congratulations to all high school board. People have just received some awards tonight, and softball players and softball, good stuff there. And Chelsea Maguire, it's just truly amazing that we're able to make sure we're able to save somebody's life when we need to. So great job there. Also want to thank the Fire Academy and Chief Schweitzer and the rest of the chiefs on getting us 14 new recruits for the Township of Middletown. So they all graduated successfully on Saturday. Great program. So we have 14 new firefighters in town. That's all I have.
Thank you, Committeeman Hyman. Committeeman Snell.
Thank you, Mayor. I have a few things that you want to know about. Last month was Older American Month, and I had the great pleasure to go to the We Care Adult Care and the Senior Center at Croydon Hall. And I am a firm believer in the seniors have a way to party. They probably can party us all over the table, but they have a wonderful time. Last Thursday, June 13th, I was at the Middletown preschool graduation. And I went from year to year. And I had a great time there also. Plenty of smiling faces, smart kids, and some budding Broadway stars. That was wonderful. It was at the back in the train station. I had a ball there. And then on Friday, following that Thursday, on the 14th, I went to the Elks Flag Day celebration, which was an amazing celebration. Perry gave a phenomenal speech, and it was a wonderful day to just reflect on what this country is all about. From there, I went to an ice cream social in Ideal Beach, which was loads of fun, and a good part of the community came out with that. The ice cream truck pulled out. The kids ran over, and I think he stayed about a half hour longer than he was planning to, but dished out a lot of ice cream, and so again, some happy faces. From there, I went to an Eagle Scout ceremony, which is one of the most fun things I have to do, because it really shows what our Middletown youth are doing these days. And every time I go to one of these ceremonies, I'm truly amazed at the dedication of these kids and what they manage to do by the time they're 18, when they could be doing a whole lot of other things that are probably a lot more fun. But the dedication of the two boys I got to meet on Friday night was amazing. Their names were Christopher Severino and Matt Keenan. Chris did renovation projects at the Middletown Fire Academy. And Matt Keenan did landscaping and fencing at Fairview School. And I will continue the Middletown North celebration because both these boys graduated Fairview, Bayshore, and Middletown North. And they truly are something special here in Middletown, as well as the other Eagle Scouts that have gotten their award. Finally, it's been a busy couple weeks. Finally, I went to the Mayor's Wellness Campaign bike ride. And that was a lot of fun too. We had a great turnout. We had police, and they were phenomenal. They were at intersections. I was pulling up the rear because I had my, well, soon-to-be 7-year-old granddaughter with me. She was on bike and training wheels. And we did the Henry Hudson Trail, which was a total of somewhere between, I think, 6.5 and 7 miles long. And she was pedaling her little heart on that bike. And I was riding, and it was sort of tough to stay on the trail every now and then because part of it's gravel. And I guess I might as well say it now because it's going to come out. And I did take out one of those police officers with my bike. But we all got on stage, and it was all wonderful. But it was truly a great day, and everyone had such a fun time. So I'm looking forward to doing it again next year. So that's all I got here. Thank you.
I definitely won't be riding bikes with Committeewoman Snow anytime soon.
No, you may want to stay far away from me.
Especially because they were probably ATVs. Committeeman Senator Bruno.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just 2 items this evening. I want to extend my congratulations to High School North girls varsity softball team. Again, putting Middletown on the map, as well as the DECA student achievers. And one thing I'll note about residents, people like Chelsea and Maguire, it's very easy to read of those items of the life-saving events that take place, and it seems like it happens on that now and again. But until it happens to you, or until it happens to someone from your family, you don't understand how very important it is to have people like that around, especially to have them as part of our township here in Middletown. So, on behalf of the township, I want to thank Chelsea Maguire for her instant efforts in saving someone's life. That's all I have this evening, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Committeeman Senator Bruno. Deputy Mayor Fjord.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a few brief things this evening. One, again, it's been said a few times, but a heartfelt congratulations to the girls softball team of High School North. I believe that was their first title, possibly, I don't know if they've won one prior, but I think it may be the first in school history. I might be wrong about that. A couple North alumni over there are giving me yes it is, so I will go with that. So a tremendous achievement for them, and a heartfelt congratulations to Middletown North. I also would like to extend my future congratulations. I believe that tomorrow is High School North and South graduations, so we will have a lot of new graduates entering both college and the workforce, and congratulations to those who tomorrow will graduate from the Middletown Township Public School System. On that note, about the public school system, some of you may have read, many of you may not have, but Middletown lost a great volunteer recently last week in Mike Moscone. Mr. Moscone was a Board of Education member who served, if my memory serves correct, from 2010 to 2013, maybe 2011 to 2014. But I had the pleasure of serving with Mr. Moscone here. From this committee, he was instrumental as a Board of Education member in starting our cooperation with Joint Shared Services. Both him and Mr. Brand and Mr. Avita at that time really helped to spark shared services and conversations that have brought the Middletown School District and Township Committee closer together to help utilize more of our resources more efficiently for the taxpayers. So Mike was also a very big volunteer in many youth activities and with the youth of Middletown. He was a young man who's gone way too soon, and one that will be sorely missed by our community as a whole. A few other quick things. I look forward to next week having the ability to do a groundbreaking here for our Town Hall Municipal Complex. This week. Okay, see, my weeks are off. This week, this Thursday. It's not next Thursday, it's this Thursday, on the 20th. So I look forward to being part of that. I hope if anyone's out there and you're in the audience, if you can attend, we'd love to have you show up to our groundbreaking. The municipal complex, I think, is one that will be very unique in not only in Middletown, but also unique throughout the state of New Jersey in the way that we are financing and structuring that building. It is sorely needed. This facility is almost to the point of not being able to be remedied anymore. It's bordering 60 years old, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But the way that we're doing this in this public-private partnership is, I think, going to be a model that many municipalities will follow in the years to come. With that, Mayor, I appreciate your time this evening, and I will yield my time back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Fiore. I'll note one thing I've already talked about tonight is our next meeting. We do not have 2 meetings in July and August. We only have a full Township Committee meeting. There is no workshop meeting in July and August. Our July and August meetings, as I've mentioned in the past, our July 17th meeting will be occurring at the Tiny Keller Center in Idaho Beach. And our August meeting is taking place at Lufkin Towers in Lincroft. Obviously, normal meeting just being taking place outside of the town hall. So I will close with that. Before I open it up to the public, I will just go over a couple of things real quick. We ask that you please state your name and address for the record, and keep your comments to 5 minutes, please, if possible. At 4 minutes, I'll let you know that you have 1 minute left, so if you could begin to wrap up your comments, it will be much appreciated. Any member of the public wishing to make a statement? Did you? Yes, ma'am? You just come right up to the microphone. Just hold on, just raise the to the mic so that it's on the recording, okay? You can just adjust that if you'd like. That mic. Just your name and address. Just step forward. Jim, can you move that microphone just a little bit closer so it's able to reach, please?
My name is Evelyn Wiggin. I live at 42 Oxford Avenue, Leonardo. I have serious water issues in my backyard. I'm working at TED, and so far 3 years now or more, and nothing's happened. I've signed a temporary easement. It's expiring October 31st. Nothing's happened. I have dead trees in my yard now. I can't cut my grass. If you'll see my yard, the grass is 3 feet tall. The weeds are taller than me. I can't get a landscaper in to do any work on my yard or touch it with a 10-foot pole. I have a 60-foot tall pine tree that's now dead because it sits in water. My shed sits in water. I haven't used my shed in 3 years or more. I'm an avid gardener, and I have plants that I love, and I'm losing them left and right. Blueberry bushes, strawberry plants, rhubarb, asparagus, you name it, it's all there. I'm just desperate to have my yard back. I asked for a tax reduction, and when I went to Alan's work, he gave me 10% off and said that instead of from Staten Island, we come in and buy this house in Perth. well, I mean, not the word that I have, it doesn't go away, it stays there winter, summer, spring, fall, the whole year.
Can you speak to this?
Sure, let me first start off with an update on this. I speak to Emily probably a few times a month, going back to the beginning, 3 months ago, 3 years ago, when this problem came up. Some of the committee members, most of them may not have been here, but this was first brought to the committee's attention a few years back. This was between Hosford Avenue and Leonard Avenue and Bryant Avenue, over kind of near Croydon Mall. There was a block of homes that have a drainage issue in their backyard. Now, this is private property. The majority of it is not none of it's on township property. There's no structures or any kind of pipes in any kind of easements on those properties. On Emily's side, she lives on the Hosford Avenue side. There are no easements, and I work with the attorney to get some temporary easements so we can go in there and, despite it being a private property issue, several years back the committee decided to come up with a design and do this work to kind of alleviate this drainage problem. Now, as everyone knows, everyone's committee individually has heard about drainage issues across the entire town for the past couple of years because everything is soaking wet, the ground is soaking wet. But this is one of a couple of locations in town where it's particularly bad. And Emily, I've been over there probably half a dozen times in the past couple of years, looking at your problem and coming up with solutions. Now, to be fair, to say that nothing's been done is not correct. A design has been done. It has been set up. We've not done the bid with it yet, but what I'm trying to do is, I think I told you this past week when I got back from vacation, when I emailed when I got back and I was away. I'm working with a contractor on the current road program in town. S Brothers is our current contractor. And the fastest way to get this work done is to have him give us a proposal to add this work to his project. So that would allow him, if the price seems reasonable with our consulting engineers, to now move forward with this work under the current project that's already been approved by the Township Committee through a changeover process. I've spoken with Mr. Bermantate about this in the past. He's in agreement this is the fastest and best way to go. Actually, I have a meeting with Paul Santos from S Brothers later on this week to get the price for them to do this work. I did the design myself. I have a layout. I showed it to you in the conference room here 2 weeks ago. So that's what we want to move forward with. That is the design that will alleviate the problem. Specifically on your property, it's kind of an offshoot drainage line that will go on your property and pick up some of the water. But that's the path we're going to go through now. That'll be the fastest path, and that'll get your property dried out and usable as soon as possible.
Time that it's going to start?
I'm hoping, and I can't tell you that until I meet with him this week, but I'm hoping he's going to just add on the drainage portion of our current program. So
Ted, after your meeting, I'm sorry to interrupt you, after your meeting, you'll inform.
Oh, of course.
And when the idea of a timeline will come about.
Right, he'll come back, the contractor will come back to you with the price to do this work and then a schedule. And once I have information and the price looks like it's appropriate and fair, I'll let you know the schedule. I know you have a good I know you do.
I spent a fortune on mosquito repellent, bombs, sprays. I have biting flies, I get dive on by dragonflies. It's horrendous. I don't know if you've seen the pictures, but I'm at my wit's end.
No, and I was on the committee at the time 3 years ago, so I remember when this conversation came up with then Mayor Scharfenberg, I believe it may have been at that point. I totally understand, and I feel for you. I think that's what the committee 3 years ago decided to kind of go over and above. It's unfortunate. I mean, I don't know when your development was built. Probably built in the late early 80s, or was it prior to that? But we've had some issues in the 70s. But
It's what actually,
71 they had.
your vote was from the other side, and it was behind you.
yeah. So I mean, the issue is, it seems to be, and we've had this in a couple other areas too. I know Belford, up in the Heights area over there specifically, where the builders at that time didn't, it seems, and we're learning now 30 or 40 years later, that they didn't adequately account for water runoff, for retention, and, you know, as Ted mentioned, the groundwater situation when it gets, so it's now gotten to the point where it is now, and I know you've been dealing with this for years, we're seeing this in other areas too. And we try to intervene when we can, because we know that you didn't build this problem, the township didn't build this problem, and we do what we can, and the way to do it is to ultimately combine it into a larger area project, which is what was already scheduled for your section of Leonardo. So hopefully that will get done and alleviated, and we can get remedied. I appreciate your patience. I know I feel the same way you do, and you know, we're doing our best. If it was public land, we'd be a little faster, right? It's you know, we have to work through the bid process rules, we have to work through the construction manager rules and things like that. Where Ted is on it, and you have our attention, and we'll make sure that Ted sees, gives reports back to us to get you remedy.
Thank you very much.
On that, we'll give it to you.
I don't know what, no.
Ted,
I'll be,
Ted should.
I know,
Right now, with my new thing, because I have to spend $1,000 to cut trees down, there's 2 trees, you know, cut them. And I just don't you know, I can't even get a tax break. Can I stop paying that?
Just so that we're not, because you did it. But we appreciate your comments. Obviously, Brian, Mr. Nelson, who doesn't speak to that, Mr. Tony, Mr. Worth's purview. But Ted will follow up with you, I believe, we just think that it was next week?
this week,
This week. So,
No, next week, no, there is this week.
Should I consult with Alex again? Alex working from the assessor's office?
I don't,
That's your.
I would tell you, he has an open door policy, I would go in there. Obviously, none of us up here can guarantee what result that's going to have, but it never hurts to go in and discuss it with him.
Right, well, I understand it's not much.
And if you want, I'll call that Alex and give them the history of this location, and that's all I can do.
I asked.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Any other member of the public wishing to make a comment? Yes, sir. Dan?
Sir. Leonardo. Good evening. I have a couple questions. You are going to, I heard that the Johnsonville building is going to be torn down within a month or so. Everybody's moving over to White Wall in that building.
That's everyone in everyone in Johnson Gill is temporarily moving into Croydon Hall.
Okay. Now my question is, you're going to notify the public on this?
Yes.
How are you going to know? Because I found out hard way the other day. I was looking for the code enforcement.
Well, no one has moved over there yet.
No, I was looking for the code enforcement for ground cleanup.
Yeah.
And I know that Middletown works with the Highlands.
Yes.
Okay. He's stationed in the Highlands.
Not for code enforcement.
Yes.
That's building department. He should have been.
Ron is in over there because I've got his number.
Yeah, sure.
I've got
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be.
There's one day a week.
All right, gotcha. So you got it on what day?
Might have been that one day that he got there.
As a part of the, to answer your first question, as a part of the prior to the move occurring, probably one of the most important departments over there, the tax collector's office, which is where most people visit, they will be the last department over there to move, and they will not move until the next tax collection period comes and goes. All the folks that are that come in, that are our employees over there know, that come in on a quarterly basis, they will all be informed of the new location for the Croydon Hall address. As well, and the same goes for code enforcement, construction
safety, they will all be informed as to the new location of, the temporary location of all Johnson Gill activity.
Yeah, because when I went looking over there, I went to talk to the fire marshal, I talked to the fire marshal, and then I talked to one of the code enforcer for cleanup. Another code enforcer told me that Mr. Brunt is in the Highlands, in the trailers up there in the Highlands. And that's where I got a hold of him.
Mhm.
That's where.
I remember you gave, you had his card.
Yeah, well.
You had a copy of his card, right?
They gave me a photocopy
Yeah.
of his card.
Right, right.
You know, that's how I knew where he was, because I'm saying, where is this guy? And that's how I knew. That's why I asked that question about which Johnson Gill was.
Right.
John Gill. And the other thing was, Mr. Mercantile is not here, so I'm not going to ask you. I can, but
I'd like to take any information and get back to
Okay.
you.
While back, there was some damage done to Countryside Park.
Okay.
There's some vandalism. So, according to Mr. Mercantile, that he's going to get some money from Green Acres to the township, to the budget, so we can put cameras
That's true.
in parks. Is that still in the works?
Yes.
Okay. Now, my next question is, I was told that you cannot, I'm going to ask the lawyer on this one. You cannot put, yes, ma'am.
Through me. Through me.
Through you, oh, right, through you. That you can't put the cameras in the park because it's an invasion of privacy. I think that's not right. He's shaking his head no, so I.
We have cameras in other areas.
Yeah, that's what someone was
You
saying.
can smile in the hallway.
Yeah.
I know.
Yes, it's public property. It's,
Oh, I
yeah,
understand.
to curb the vandalism that has been occurring. Obviously, DPW has done quite a good effort as to responding to vandalism that has been occurring, especially spray paint that's been occurring on our playgrounds. The effort to install video cameras, especially ones to be able to capture the entrances and exits of vehicles into these parks is what's most critical.
Now, even when the Concord Park wasn't even mentioned, I'm mentioning Concord Park, everybody else was. I know we got 70 parks in town,
Yes,
something like that.
70.
I mean, it was the first section and then section 2, or phase 2 of it.
Ted, you want to comment?
Ted, I know you're going to speak of that. Look, this is something that I've been, to your point, I've been the most vocally critical of, that we haven't had this in place for years now, okay? And yeah, we can blame Green Acres and, go back and forth, and, they hold our money hostage a lot of times. But we have to, look, I wouldn't be comfortable committing to look parks going where right now until we actually have to sit down and talk about that, because I can tell you about township assets that we're spending a lot of money on that get vandalized constantly. I can talk about Fairview Fields that people, ride their Jeeps through soccer fields and create tens of thousands of dollars of damage by doing donuts on the fields. I can talk about turf fields that, people vandalize or paint. I can talk, so we have to do that, to your point. But I don't think we can, until we as a committee figure out how many cameras, what the Green Acres budget's going to be, and what township assets we need to protect that have been vandalized the most, I wouldn't be comfortable telling you that Cumberland Park is first, second, or they could be first. I think that's we can't do it right yet.
No.
They don't need cameras out there with you across the street. They don't need cameras with you across the street. You're a built-in camera right across the street.
I don't know nothing. No, I was just saying there was other ones where Concord Park wasn't mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
What I was saying, wasn't mentioned.
I understand.
No, I get what you're saying. We're both seeing the same thing here. It's not going to happen overnight, so, I understand that 110%.
Thanks, man.
I'm done.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other member of the public wishing to make a comment?
Seeing no other members of the public stepping forward, move to close public portion and adjourn.
Thank you.
Committeeman Heibel.
Yes.
Committeeman Sedambrino.
Yes.
Committeeman Snow.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Fiore.
Yes.
Mayor Perry.
Yes.
Motion carries to adjourn.
See you all at Time Keller.